Hey everybody, it's Theresa here of Larkin Design. Welcome back to my 2019 Project Life album. Today I'm working on a kind of combination layout for April. I'm working with the Sahlin Studio For Real kit. This is a layout I created for the design team for Sahlin Studio. And so yesterday I shared my process for designing and printing this layout as a hybrid scrapbooking layout. And so today I'm going to add the embellishments and journaling and finish this project up. And so what happened in the month of April is that we took a trip for spring break, and I already knew that that trip would take up probably 2 layouts in the album. So that meant that a good deal of April was taken care of in that particular week. And so I kind of combined the other photos from the month and put them into this layout. So I'm going to call this layout the month of April. And what I'm doing with my date card here is I'm really just establishing in the album that this is where April begins. And I stamped the dates on here, but didn't really put the week numbers. I know that I am calling this layout weeks 14 and 15, just so I can keep in my head where I'm at. But it's really more of just an overall April kind of layout. I hope that makes sense. And you can see here I did stamp the date on it. I'm using some alphabet stamps from Simple Stories, or not stamps, alphabet stickers from Simple Stories, and then of course my roller date stamp from Heidi Swab. And then moving to some of the other journaling cards here in the layout. So one thing that I always love about the Sahlin Studio kits is that there's always great opportunities for journaling in all of the journaling cards. And so it gives you lots of opportunities to write down whatever your thoughts are, whatever the events were of the week. And I like to do a combination of facts and feelings. So events that happened, explain what the photos are, but also share a little bit of how I'm feeling about those photos. And that can be whatever I felt at the time, or it can be however I feel about these photos now. I really like the opportunity to move a little bit out from a particular week and then just write about how I feel about the photos when I'm ready to create the layout. And so that's really a probably broad overview of how I approach my journaling. You can see here I have some of my dimensional embellishments. They are all organized by rainbow order in these little divided containers. And so these are all my rubber pieces, chipboard pieces, paper clips, brads, buttons, whatever is dimensional that I have. So I pulled the blue container and I'm working with the blues and reds in this kit. So the embellishments that I'm adding here are pretty much in the blue family and the red family. I sort of was taking my color cue from this photo here. This is a 4x4 photo that I printed onto a 4x6 white canvas. And I'm just adding a red word art or a red word sticker. I believe those are from Studio Calico. And then the red alphabet stickers are from Simple Stories again. And so I love when I'm sitting down to figure out what embellishments I want to use on these layouts. I'm taking cues from photos, and I'm also taking cues from the collection that I'm working with. So of course this collection has a lot of blues. There's light blues, there's navy, it also has reds in it. So any embellishment that I use, I just keep it to those colors. To me, that simplifies selecting the embellishments and selecting, what word stickers do I want to use, what alphabet stickers, what labels do I want to use. I only had to look in those colors, and I've only been arranging or organizing supplies by color for a short time, and it really has helped me tremendously. I've been really surprised at how much I've loved organizing by color, organizing by rainbow order, because it's so concise, and I can just say, okay, what are 2 colors that I want to pull from this kit that I want to emphasize in my embellishment process. So moving along to the other side here, and these line stamps, just a quick note, those are from Paisley, from Paisley Press, from a December Daily kit that Liz designed a couple of years ago. So they're one of the stamp sets from December Daily, and they're a staple. I just keep them on my stamping block all the time. You guys know how I feel about lines and line stamps, so I love having those easily available to reach for on my desk every day, and they help me get these words on the page without having to think about it a lot. Some of the stories from this week are flowers are beginning to pop in the yard, so there's some yard photos. There's a silly photo of me and Alan. I'm wearing an octopus hat, and so you guys probably know that Natalie is a Splatoon fan. It's a video game for the Nintendo Switch, and the characters in the video game are octolings. They're called octolings, and so it's very octopus themed, I guess. And so she had bought this little hat here, and I decided that I needed to wear it and take a picture of myself wearing it. So that was sort of us being silly. We also saw the first real images of the black hole from NASA scientists, which is an incredibly amazing event in human history to include. And then we had a random snow shower, and I looked up one day from my work in my studio and looked out the window, and it was just coming down snow. And so I made sure to document that. And it was pretty late for us. We don't usually get snow in the middle of April. So of course it didn't stick. It was like 44 degrees or something like that. And, but fun to include nonetheless. I always like, being able to look back and see when was the last snow we had in a particular year, or when was the first snow we had in a particular year. So it's always a fun thing to include. I also, of course, you can see I got that We Are Memory Keeper. Not We Are Memory Keepers. That Webster's Pages Traveler's Notebook cover, which was fantastic. So that completes this layout. I thank you so much for watching today. I hope you like and comment and hit subscribe to my channel so that you'll get the latest updates. And of course, there is a accompanying blog post that will be linked below, and the products are linked below as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.